Hey guys, here's Louie, and on this video I'm going to show you guys how to make your wiring harness that was set up for an external regulator to work with an internal regulator alternator. Okay, they call this the GM 3-wire alternator because it's only going to take 3 wires to make it function. All right, you're not going to need the plug for the regulator or none of that. And guys, I'm trying my best that you guys could hear me with just the phone regular speaker, okay? Because I tried a microphone and it got me pretty pissed off because I lost a lot of good footage that I was doing here on the Ladybird, which I still will record it because I never did the passenger side, but I was doing a really nice video on this seat riser here, and as you can see, it's coming out beautiful, and I lost it. Why? Because the microphone turned off on me. I done it before, and guess what? Louis lost it because it was muted out, and that really ticked me off. But I will show you guys how to set this really nice on your car. That'll be probably the following video. But let's get to the wiring video. So this is an old setup. I have put this book together many years ago when I was doing my 67 Firebird. Those who follow me for many years know that that's my baby. That's my first car. Okay, and I still have her 22 years later, my first gen Firebird. So I have all the old pictures of me restoring that car, and believe me, she will always have a special place in my heart. Okay, I learned everything on this car. I learned body work on this car. I learned sheet metal on this car. I learned a little bit of interior with this car. I learned basic paint on this car, and I learned wiring. Okay, so the original setup for your first gen F body was an external regulator here, okay? And the plug that goes in here will have blue, white, red, and brown, okay? And basically what you're going to do to eliminate this system, all right, and make it look nice and neat, you are going to cut that plug off. I'll be showing you. And you are going to be soldering these wires, okay? The blue with the brown and the white with the red, okay? And this is the setup here. So the blue with the key on, she's going to have 12 volts. With the key off, you won't have no volts, okay? And position number 2 is always hot. And if you guys could follow that, and position number 2 is a white wire. I believe it's black with a white trace, but we'll go at the harness to show you. When you cut this, you're going to be soldering this one too. And I have it red because I know it's hot all the time. These two will be hot all the time, but we are eliminating the plug to make it look nice and clean. That's it. Ain't nothing else but that. And then these 2 wires, you have it in your original wiring. So this is the light bulkhead connector for your Firebird, okay? And I'm going through it because I'm getting close to put it on the car if I could turn that engine on. But anyway, so I always like to have the harness like this, and I could see if anything is broken, if something is not safe, if there's a wire that needs to be replaced or anything. And I have checked it. I have fixed a lot of things that was wrong with it. And now she's ready to rock and roll. And as you can see, I have the wire all the way over there. Okay, so we are going to make believe we're in front of the car. Your battery's over there. Okay, your battery's over there at your first gen Firebird. Headlights over here, passenger side. Okay, going down the core support is going to be your driver's side headlights, your horn relay, which I'm going to show you where you could buy this, and bingo, your regulator plug. Okay, external regulator plug is right here. All right, and then it keeps going to the bulkhead connector. From the bulkhead connectors, it get connected to the fuse box. And right here are the wires that go out to your alternator. So what you're going to do, and these are the tools I am using so far, a voltmeter and precision screwdrivers, okay? This is what you're going to need to be taking out all these little plugs. You basically just have to change this plug out and put a plug like that. Every time I go to the junkyard, and I have said this many times, I cut things off the old cars that are going to be crushed, and I save those little plugs because I know they're going to save another car. You see, I have a couple of more plugs here to fix other harnesses. And this is how cool it is when you go to the junkyard. This boot is an original boot, okay, from back in the day. And look at how pliable. She's still very pliable, all right? And I like it. And she's going to go on the Lovebird. I'm just going to clean the boot up and hook it up. But anyway, we are going to make this to look nice and clean and keep it as simple as possible for you guys to follow on. So let me set the phone down before I could start some surgery on this harness. All right, guys, so now we are going to move forward and get onto the harness. So this is your external regulator harness, okay? And we have to join F with 4. 4 being a brown wire, and what you want to do is disconnect these two, and to make it nice and clean on your harness, this is what you're going to do. Now you have to solder these wires together. Please do not crimp, okay? Solder them and you'll be better off. Strong repair, okay? Do not, and I repeat, do not just crimp them, okay? And to make it nice and clean, I'm going to show you where to put it on your harness. So you're going to get your little screwdriver, and we are going to take out letter F, which is the blue wire, okay? You go into it right here with your pick here, your little screwdriver, pull it out. Remember, this is blue, okay? I'm gonna hold that like that. Also, number 4. All right. Number 4. Okay. And you are going to follow the number 4. This is the number 4 brown wire. And now I'm following it to my harness, okay? And I know that it's in the wiring harness right there. And what I'm going to do, all right, I'm not going to put it on camera, but what you guys are going to do is cut the tip off the blue and cut where it's comfortable on the harness, okay? Giving you enough wire there. And you are going to join these two by soldering them. So you cut, soldered, use heat shrink. Okay, so these two goes together because your brown wire goes back to your dash. Okay, so these two go together. Blue from the regulator plug, okay, to brown at the wiring harness. This is for demonstration only. Remember, cut and solder together. Now we have position number 2 and position number 4. Okay, and remember, number 2 is hot at all times. This is the one that has the juice, 12 volts. Now, let's go over here and take out number 4. Okay. Position number 4. Sorry, position number 3. Position number 3 is the one that's supposed to have the fusible link. So position number 3, you take out. Okay, and this one, you're going to follow it back to the original harness. And I'm going to give you a word of advice here. Okay, this one you are going to cut. You don't need this one no more when you're converting to a 3-wire alternator. Here's the junction from factory. These big wires, red wires, means it's 12 volts all the time, and they are about 10 gauge. They are thick. All right, and what I like to do is you cut it about there. I would say is more than enough. Okay, and now this wire, you want to save it for the future. If you ever need a fusible link, you have one. Now, as for me, like if you're gonna do a rally setup, okay, rally gauge setup on a car that didn't come with rally gauge, you are going to need a wire that has a fusible link. Okay, and this will be a perfect one for that kind of upgrade. So this is gonna go on the goodie box where Louis keeps all his wires at. Okay, and now guys, I'm just doing this for the video, but you want to make sure that this one that you cut is covered A+. All right, so what you want to do is probably put electrical tape. I put it over first. Okay, and then you get the tape and you just wrap it a couple of times over and over. Okay, going down nice and neat. I'm gonna do that once I finish making this video, but you know what I mean. Make it safe again. Now we are left with the white wire at the plug. Okay, which is really a black wire with a white trace. Black wire with a white trace. Okay, and we are going to take this one, stab it at the back, remove it. Okay, now here you are going to have 2 options. Okay, and your 2 options is, let me get this right here. Your 2 options are, you could cut it. You could cut it right here, okay? And slip one of these on the correct way, removing the jacket, letting the copper wire expose and crimp it. And this one is going to be hot all the time. This one could go right back at the lug here at the alternator, okay? And remember, then you will have 2 wires back here. You're going to have that one, and you are going to have the one that belongs also behind the alternator, okay? I don't like it like that. It looks to me too cluttered back here. So your next option is you either put one of these. You could put an I wire connector, or you could put one of these, okay, one of these little fork connectors, and you will cut the wire, same deal, cut the wire, cut the jacket, slip this on, crimp it, and this will go on the horn relay. So back on your harness, you're going to wire it nice and neat back on the harness and hook it up to the horn relay, okay? And like that, you will have everything nice and neat. Trust me, okay? And it doesn't matter which one you put it. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. Because these 2 are 12 volts fed all the time, okay? I'll probably be putting mine here just to keep this one, because this one has a little bit, you know, these wires are kind of in the way if you look at it, but I will put it here. All right, doesn't matter which one. And then the other end of these wires, you are going to have this hook up here from the old connection, okay? And what you're gonna want to do on this one is remove this plug and set the plug I showed you on the beginning of the video, which is this one. All right, set it. Remember that when it goes in here, the white position number 2 is white, and they have numbers behind these alternators. That's position number 2 right there. So your white wire, which is this, I keep saying white wire, but it's black with white trace, okay, is hot all the time, and that's position number 2. Your blue wire, this blue wire right here, will be position 1. So it's going to be just like this. Okay, black with white trace on 2 and blue on number 1. Okay, now I'm going to wire all this off camera because I just figure it's going to be too long of a video if I sit down here and start cutting wires and soldering them. But I'll show you the end results. All right, guys, so here you have it. Okay, remember, the blue wire is gonna get soldered to the brown wire. She soldered right here. Here goes my heat shrink. I even use a green one to highlight it, a green heat shrink. And there goes the brown wire going right back to the bulkhead connector, and from there she's gonna go into the fuse box into the car. That's the wire, okay? The brown wire soldered to the blue with the blue wire, okay, is the one that will turn off your gen light if the charging system is correct. And now the black with the white trace, which is hot all the time, follows straight down and around here. Okay, I fished it through the harness, going back around, and here you go to the horn relay. Okay, and she's hot all the time because that horn relay is hot all the time on these 2 points, because this big red wire going to your junction block where your battery will be hooked up. Okay, and I already checked for continuity. Everything is nice. Everything is flowing correctly. Okay, and that's what you guys need to do. And look at how nice and clean the back of the alternator will look. Just one big red wire, and this is still the original wire to the alternator, like factory. This is the factory wire on this harness, 1968 Firebird. Okay, and then your position number 2 is the hot lead, black with white trace, and the position number 1 is blue, on with ignition. All right, sending you your charging signal to your dash over there. Okay, and if you guys you know, back in the day they used to call it the dummy light, this right here. And here goes my wiring schematics that I drew many years ago again. And guys, I hope you learned something with this system. Once I have everything sorted out, which I'm pretty much close to being done on this harness, I will wrap it with harness non-adhesive tape and make everything look really nice. But as you guys can see, she is coming in nice and neat, and this is an original harness. So don't get caught up all the time, oh, I need to buy a new harness, this is too old to work with, because it's not true. I haven't bought a new harness at all, never. Okay, everything I have used been original, and I just have to fix, and that's it. Okay, but guys, this is how you wire your harness from an external regulator into an internal regulator. And if you guys stay tuned to my channel, subscribe, you will see the next video coming out, the horn relay. Well guys, like I always say, keep your hands dirty, and I promise you that your projects, not one but two, will move forward. Bye bye now.